और अब हम बुलाते हैं सौरभ अरोड़ा जी को स्टेज पे। सौरभ अरोड़ा, हेड ऑफ ऑल्टरनेट चैनल बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट इन बिरला सन लाइफ एसेट मैनेजमेंट कंपनी लिमिटेड। तालियों के साथ एक बार स्वागत किया जाए सौरभ अरोड़ा जी का, एंड ही विल गिव अ 15 minutes presentation. Over to you, Saurabh.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me for the presentation, and it's been a great pleasure to be here. My topic of presentation is about mobility. You know, we all know mobility is something which is changing the paradigm. Mobility has changed many businesses over the last few years. In fact, mobile now has become one of the most important devices in most lives, which starts from a 4-5-year-old kid to any age. So that's where I said that mobility is something which is transforming businesses. And when we talk about transforming businesses, definitely it is a very important thing for us as financial services as well. To introduce myself, I work for Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund, and Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund has been into the business for the last 21 years now, and we manage about 1,75,000 crores of assets. So as good as a bank without a bank name, but definitely we are in a similar business of managing money. When we look at in today's world, we come across a situation, and Bill Gates said it very in a very good way, that we usually overestimate what we can do in 2 years, and we underestimate what we can do over a long period of time, over a 10-year period. And that's what it is happening in now most of our businesses. So we are looking at a shorter term, but we're not, we're thinking too many things, and over a long period of time, we're not able to visualize that. This is a very important picture. This is a picture where we can see a lot of people seeing in one direction, and this is what it talks about. Which will give clarity in what I'm talking about. This is of 2005 when Pope was announced, and there were people watching, crores of people watching Pope getting announced that time. This is 2005, and in a matter of 8 years, this is again, that's a similar situation. And उस time फिर से Pope announce हो रहे हैं. क्या difference है इस दोनों में? Right? Everyone is with devices. Everyone is with mobile phones, screens, and taking photographs. That is what people have stopped seeing from real eyes. People now see things from the eyes of technology. And that is the change which every business will have to adopt. To take things further, there are 3 trends emerging. And these trends are impacting all of us. ये 3 ट्रेंड हम लोग की लाइफ को अलग अलग तरीके से, हमारे बिजनेसेस को छू रहे हैं. पहला, that innovation is coming from everywhere. So innovation is not a company's prerogative. Innovation is across. The only thing जो हमको करना है वो उसको adapt करना है. Second, the customer experiences matters a lot. My eminent panelist just now spoke about what does customer want. कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए वो हमारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. Every business without customer is nothing. We always say ना, customer is king. So without customer it is nothing, and that's where customer experience matters. And third is the internet of everything. Connectivity, internet is actually the thing to reach out to the customer's door. As I said, technology is the basic interaction route, not human interface, which is there for the whole thing. So when we talk about technology, technology has made innovation faster and more accessible. As one gentleman said, earlier technology used to be for big banks. Now it is moving to smaller banks, into cooperative banks as well. New banks today, and I quote the example of payment banks, are thinking of business in banking only on the base of technology, right? And collaboration is another key example. I give you an example over here when I talk about collaboration. I deal with some of the large PSU banks, and one of the banks, second largest actually PSU bank, they started with, they are into the business of mobile apps, but mutual fund distribution they wanted to do and reach out to large set of customers. What they did was they connected with one of the existing technology fintech companies. They had their own mobile app. They just rebranded that mobile app with their bank's name. The change what they did was a small innovator, they collaborated with them and they just put the name of their bank into that. That's where collaboration, लोगों के साथ मिलके वो टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करके अपने बिजनेस में यूज करना, that is going to be the future. And third, innovation is no longer means of owning the entire value chain. हमको खुद नहीं बनाना है सब कुछ. We don't need to build technology on our own. The only thing which is required is use of technology which is available at affordable prices. I'll give you an example. I was speaking to one of the gentlemen which is into distribution of mutual fund, and he said an individual gentleman has some 200, 300 customers, and he wanted to create a technology interface जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा customer के पास पहुँच सके. He met this gentleman in train who said that Bangalore mein there are certain companies who make mobile apps. He traveled to Bangalore, connected with that company, made a mobile app in a matter of just about 40,000 rupees. Today, he is able to connect all his customers through that mobile app. The cost for him, the travel cost to Bangalore was just 40,000, and the making of that mobile app was also 40,000 rupees. And that is what the technology is changing. Technology does not need to be made fully. It has to be utilized. Second, customer experience. Customer expectation is higher than ever before. Like for instance, somebody said that new customers or the new age customers are asking for more, right? And that's where they are ready to change their bank as well, where the relationships can be of decades. Because customer का patience level अब बहुत कम हो गया है. Like for instance, हम लोग वीडियो भी देखते हैं, अगर 10 सेकेंड डिले हो जाता है वो वीडियो बफरिंग में, we stop that video. And that is what life is getting changed now. So that same way, there are a couple of examples which we've come across. Like for instance, simple Uber or Ola as taxi, if that gets delayed, we are ready to at once cancel that and move to another provider. Today, the same way this technology is changing with one more aspect is the way TV is being watched. People are moving out of Tata Skies of the world and using technology like Netflix because customization chahiye. Customer today wants as per their need, and that's where when they need customer, they cannot watch what is being provided on Tata Sky at that point in time. They want to decide on their own कि कौन सी चीज़ मेरे को उस समय देखनी है. So that's where Hotstar और Netflix जैसी चीज़ आज की तारीख में Tata Sky या LED TV को replace कर रही हैं. So this is what customers experience. And third thing is mobile. And that's the basic topic here, that mobility is very, very important because that is going to be taking over huge amount of customer interaction. By 2020, there would be 50 billion devices which would be connected to internet. There would be 7.7 billion population which would be there. And more than half of the new business process, चाहे वो banking हो, financial services हो, या फिर entertainment हो, more than half of it would be connected to the Internet of the Things. And these three things are very important, which would decide the future of the business. If we talk about the mobility today, there are already, the mobility has been growing. At the same point in time, the data, the usage of data has seen a constant growth, right from 2011 to 2016 now, and by 2021, your data usage is going to increase at a substantial pace. And I'll give you a very example of my own self. Just 3 years back, my data usage used to be just about 1 GB. Today, I consume as an individual, that means as a family, we consume roughly about close to 35 GB. And the cost for that is almost the same or probably lesser. And why this has happened is that data usage is becoming cheaper, one, and dependency on that data is becoming higher. As somebody said, that Yes Bank also uses technology which is not data enabled but SMS enabled. But when I see entities like Airtel, Vodafone, and Idea getting into the business of banking, which is going to be a direct competition to cooperative banks as well, because their penetration is also there in that markets as well, then we need to be actually thinking in the direction that how mobility can make use of in terms of banking as well. So one of the last point, that businesses have to reach out to customers, and there's no way without customers businesses can run. So and the door to customers would open only through mobile. So thank you so much. I would like to move on to the help for the next session.
Thank you so much, sir. I request Mr. Gaurav Srivastava, Project Manager, to present memento to our speaker. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your presence.